Howdy folks, Scott Grove here, GroovyMusicLessons.com. For those of you who remember, this is now, February, it's Olympic time, February 8th maybe, I'm guessing, of 2014. Exactly about a year ago today, I actually sold off a couple hundred guitars. And a couple people have asked me, hey, can you just go ahead and do another video of what you have around right now? Sure, I'll go ahead and do that right now. Nothing turned out the way I wanted it to be because I got on a Kiss kick and started buying a bunch of Kiss guitars. But, you know, it's all in fun. And this collection will go away and another one will come around and so forth. So, yeah, we'll just go around the room and show you what I have as of today. Yes, I've already ordered more stuff. More stuff is coming. Why? I don't know. Because I no longer have to order anything for tax deduction reasons. So my collections will be getting, they will not be growing very quickly because I will not be buying nearly as much stuff. I've restructured the whole tax thing a whole different way. So instruments and so forth are no longer needed. So anyway, so let's show you the instruments that I currently own. Again, for those of you who don't know, no, I don't have a music store anywhere near me. Everything I buy, I just have to buy on a I hope it turns out good type of thing. If it doesn't, then it goes back up on eBay or Craigslist or whatever. But I live in a town where, you know, we don't even have a Craigslist for anything within 3 states of me. There's one over in St. George, Utah, but you got to go through Arizona. I'm in Nevada. You got to go through part of Arizona. Then you get into Utah, and then you only get to buy tubas and what are the guitars always buy? Esteban. For some reason, the Mormons always fall for Esteban guitars, and then they try to sell them for $300 each. It's like, good God, people. Whatever. But, yeah, so it's not an easy market around here to find gear. So anyway, I'll shut my trap and turn this around and open my trap a lot more. Okay, so this is such a small room. No, it's not my mom's basement like all you peanuts think. Okay. No, this is just a little room office in my house. Okay. 1920s. Early 20s. K. Mandolin. For anybody who cares. You know, the A style. Okay. Yes, fully playable. It's just fun to have little things like that around. I actually have done reviews on every single thing here, so you should know what I have. This is what turned out to started off being a horrible Eddie Finn banjo ukulele. So it's a ukulele with a banjo body and head on it, so it's one of those combined instruments. But after me working on it, it's actually playable and actually cool now. But so I'm glad I have it now. But yeah, it was a real piece of work when I got it, so it needed a total overhaul. So would I recommend it? Only to people who know how to fix such things, but to buy that and expect it to work out of the box, hell no. Okay, it would probably cost you at least $100, $150 to get that set up with the work I put into it. Okay, yeah, I know I'm going through weird little stuff here first because they're the first thing here. This is a cheapo Dean backwood 6-string banjo guitar thing. So you kind of play it like a guitar, but if you watch my actual video on this, no, you cannot just play it like a guitar and expect it to sound good, because it won't. There's a very they say no learning curve. Bull. There's a major learning curve. If you had my paid lesson for how to play this, then you would be like, holy crap, I didn't know that. Okay, so it's another crap instrument that needs a lot of work when you get it. Okay, just so you know, when you see these are not good instruments. Why do I still have it? I have no idea. just gets the recordings done. Okay, this is my recorder. The missus bought it at a garage sale for 50 cents. Oh, I'm not kidding. There it is, it's a recorder. Okay, but it's there for in case I need it for something. My Native American flutes, they're on my website. Go check them out. Some of these cost you a couple $100. One of them I paid full price for. One of them I can't remember if I got it for free or whatever to do a review on it, but these things are amazing, especially to go out here in the mountains and go play them where you can get some natural reverb and echo. Just amazing what handmade stuff will do over bulk produced crap like that. Okay, this here is the Epiphone ES-295. That's the reissue of the 1952 Gibson ES-295, known as the Scotty Moore model. Scotty, who played before James Burton, with Elvis Presley. Okay, you can see what it is. So, again, I have reviews on every instrument I own. So if you see something that you want to know more about, just simply go onto my channel and put in what I just told you it was, and you'll see an entire review on it. The review may very well be half hour to 45 minutes to an hour, who knows. But you'll learn more about it than you ever cared to. Okay, so the ES-295 Epiphone. Okay, the Silver Creek electric fiddle. Okay, one knob, and I've got my not that anybody gives a rat's ass. Will this? Yeah, it actually does. There's my preamp pedal that I use with it, since this is not an active system on here. So that really boosts it up and puts it right in the mix where it needs to be. Not a bad unit, these Silver Creek things. So that's Groovy. Here's one of a few PV. The lap steels, let's see if I can get it over here, and I can do it easier this way on the other one. It's called the Power Slide. My favorite of any kind of lap steel type things around. I've got these in every color they make, red and black and white and blah blah blah. They split from humbucker to single coil via the volume or the tone knob. Just amazing. And yes, they've changed the bridge after I put out a video saying how bad the bridge was, and they finally notched them so the strings just stay in place. So the new ones are fabulous. To go out and buy anything cheap, any of these Rogue or Rondo things, it's just stupid when you can get this for $1.99 or less, brand spanking new, with the three-way strap and everything else that it comes with. It comes with a slide bar, not of the greatest quality, but everything you're going to need for them. I have foregone all other lap steels and stuck with these because I prefer them. Okay, I know, we'll get to guitars in a second. The Ibanez UIC, Ukulele Iceman. Okay, UIC 10. Of course, these came out and were gone before anybody knew it. Okay, of course I have demos of these. So there it is. It's kind of the 120 model instead of the full looking Icemans. But they are such a cool item, and I paid about triple for my second one that I bought from a guy overseas. That I Paul Stanley ISPS 10'd it with the mirrored everything, which Cayman used to make. They don't anymore for these items, for these things. And then I electrified it. Had they electrified these in the beginning, they would have sold like hotcakes, but they didn't. So Ibanez missed the boat big time on this, but they did do very well. This is actually my favorite, and It's just from sending back one that I hated and was messed up and had a great finish on it. I didn't like this because it's just a raw wood finish, but ended up being such a great instrument that I kept this one, and this is what I generally will play. It just turned out great. So about what, $250 I think on these. It sounds amazing. What's the model on it? In case anybody wants to know, it's whatever's inside here, kids. There you go. Okay, so you can freeze frame that and order one of these, but that's my favorite, even though I don't like the way it looks. It just turned out to be a good one. Another one of those. Okay, and then there's a white, well, there's a white one. Yeah, they're all in different tunings. I got one in C6, one in open G, and one in E7 in here. And yes, they are that amazing that you should have one of these and no other kind of lap steel. None of that vintage crap. This stuff is phenomenal. Not phenomenal for what it is, but just phenomenal, period. Okay? I would have paid $1,000 for that if they wanted it, but no, they wanted $199 delivered. So I said, give me one in every color. I want them all. Okay, let's zoom around. Okay, what do we got here? I'm dragging a power source, so watch out. My Anderson, my buddy. This is actually purple. It looks like a Dean Cadillac with a carved top. That's actually purple as all get out. It's got the Groovy inlay on the ebony fingerboard. Okay. This that you'll read all about Anderson if you look, but of course, roller nut, so it sounds the same as your frets. Amazing. My triple silver lace center pickups, no knobs to be found. Yes, the resistors and capacitors are in there, which make it think that it has a volume and a tone on 10 in there. Does it sound different without those? Of course, it sounds horrible. So you got to put those loads in there. Nope, insert your own joke here. To, you know, calm it down and just make it think it's a guitar on 10. But a great job, superior guitar. 3 on and off switches for the pickups and a kill switch. What else do you need? Not much. Okay, right behind it is another guitar that I use a lot these days. How good of a look you're going to get at some of these, I don't know, because I got to pull crap out of the way. This is my Crook. Same guy that makes everything for Brad Paisley. This was called a Tellybird. Okay, so it's actually like this. You know, the Gibson Firebird. Okay, but it's got the Paisley paper. Sparkly green as all get out. There's some sparkles for you. I love this axe. This is one of my main gigging axes now. Oh, sorry for that trip. I'm trying to do so many things and hold guitars. But anyway, it originally came with the Callahan bridge, which I don't like. So I put the Babbitt's bridge on there, which is phenomenal. Put me another lace sensor pickup in the middle because I didn't have one. A little mini humbucker here. You know, I just added a switch whenever this autofocus right there to kick in the middle pickup. So it's got a 3-way telly switch, and then just add that pickup to whatever you want. You can have all 3 on, blah blah blah. Amazing guitar. It's actually got a fat neck on it, which I normally wouldn't like, but it works here. I dig it. Okay, behind it, so I'm going to the back row here first, is, yeah, one of my James Burton. I sold them all. Fender Telecaster James Burton with the blue Paisley and the lace sensors. These are actually silver lace sensors, but they don't say anything on them because of Fender regulations. But yeah, that's what he uses now. These are great, amazing, superb guitars. S1 switching on it goes from series to parallel, so it doesn't sound like single coils all the time. You can get a humbucker sound out of that will rival any other amazing humbucker you can stick in there. Maple neck, maple fingerboard. It's probably one of the best Fender guitars stock that you don't have to change anything. They are just phenomenal. Again, reviews on them and you can get a lot better look. I'm just not taking things down. Okay. Oh, back here, another guitar that I love. This is 1984 Gibson Explorer 3, done in a camo finish. Yes, that's the original finish. Great switching on here. You got a toggle here, you've got a toggle there, you've got toggles everywhere, so you can get so many combinations out of these P90s. This is a great gigging guitar as well. Just your typical 84 stuff on here. You know, Gibson sold what, like an 85, but they were trying all kinds of weird things. These were superior guitars. Major Strat sounds, major blues sounds, major rock sounds. All the switching is there, so you can have all three pickups one at a time. Do the Strat things, do the Telly style thing. You could do so much with that guitar. It's sick. Amazing guitar. I just can't say enough about it. I'm going to pull out here and do some of these front ones before I go back to the acoustics. Why? Because I'm just hurting. Okay, this here is currently the most expensive guitar I have in my arsenal. 1964 Gibson Firebird V or 5. Okay, perfect mint condition, 100%. Yes, that stays in tune. Everything perfect and original, and it just don't get any better. You will not find a better condition or better sounding one out there. Yeah, check out the inlays. So this is a Johnny Winter Special. Fabulous guitar. The reason I picked this over all the others is because of that. Even though I'm not a fan of Tune-o-matic bridges, it was the only one made in 1964, the year I was born, that had any way of intonating your guitar. All the others had that stupid wraparound tailpiece where you could not adjust the G string, because back then all the G strings were wound like on acoustic, so you had to have that G string one way up there like where the D one is, which throws the guitar way out of tune with today's strings. So yeah, you can put on a compensated bridge, and then put this one back on before you sell it, but I just really don't. There's guitars I have that I collect, and there's guitars I have that I play, and then there are guitars I have here that I wreck, and I try everything on them. You know, I put 10 different pickups in them, and you know, just those. Okay, of course here is something that everybody should have. 1976 Gibson Explorer, the limited edition. Yes, this is not a reissue. This is a real 76. Again, in mint, perfect 100% condition. Not a single thing ever wrong with this guitar. Even the case is mint. So it's just one of those must-have guitars. I mean, that's just as cool as it gets. Here's the one of a kind. You've seen me with, or seen Phil X over at Fretted Americana originally playing this, which is the one and only one of these in the world, 1978 Gibson Explorer with 3 stock humbuckers. Yes, it was made this way. People keep saying, no, it wasn't made that way. Yeah, it actually was, and it's the only one. Middle knob there actually is a push-pull, which activates the center pickup. There's a naked little gold naked person I don't know if I can get it on here. Right there, playing a guitar, but yeah, and the gold tip switch is actually original too, as is the gold. Sorry, how many Explorers are here? Truss rod cover, or brass. So 1978, the only one of these around. This can sound so much like a Strat, it's unbelievable. But there is no coil splitting of any kind. It's weird. But it's an amazing guitar. Check Phil X out doing it. Check out my review. It's amazing. Here's your 1980 Gibson Explorer 2, which as you can see is walnut. And then little tiny maple things here. Same with the Flying V2. And they've made these also flip-flopped where it's all maple and then a little bit of walnut in between. Okay, so a matching pair of mint condition 2s. So I think they're both 1980s. Those pickups are amazing in the V. As many of my videos, that's a country guitar right there. In their last year in 1981, or maybe 82, they went ahead and put the Dirty Fingers pickups in them and started painting them gold or red colors and sparkle colors and silver bursts and gold bursts and everything to try to sell them. These were the most expensive guitars ever in Gibson's catalogs for the time. Yeah, way more than Les Pauls. These V's. And just amazing, amazing Axis. So again, these are the guitars that I still have after the guitar sale and things I've bought. This one, again, you just saw recently I just got. It's the latest one I got. The 1975 Marauder, Gibson Marauder. Humbucker, single coil, bound, bolt-on neck. Binding is on the frets, just like on the Les Pauls. Flying V headstock. Your inlay is here. Blah, blah, blah. Superb guitar. Again, the one that Paul Stanley used to endorse. Here is a quite expensive guitar. Probably, I think it has been Fender's most expensive stock guitar for well over a decade. This is the Merle Haggard Tough Dog Telecaster. Just amazing. I don't know. It just deserves me trying to get around my crap to show you. It actually has 6 bridge saddles, which I'm sorry, I just won't have a Tele ever again that doesn't have 6 saddles. There's no reason for it. If you can't intonate it, I don't want it. Okay, it just makes no sense to me. So, but anyway, on the back of this thing, I hate banging it and stuff. There's the neck joint. Yes, it goes all the way through the flipping guitar. I know you're seeing part of the Ibanez there, but there you go. That's what I'm looking for. No bolt-on action going on there. And again, this is, which I probably didn't even say, will it focus? Gotta love my crappy cameras. It's a custom shop model anyway, but yeah, it's just the most expensive in their line. So these are currently going for about $6 grand. For people who just love to see the Chihuahua, there you go. The Tough Dog Tele by Merle Haggard, who is still with us at the time of this taping anyway. Just one of the coolest Teles around. If you're going to have one, you might as well have a great one. 22 frets, by the way. So superb, and the binding and the whole nine. Here's my Steve Vai gem, the acrylic. That was quite expensive. Actually autographed by Steve Vai on the back of the headstock. It's even got the acrylic buttons. You've seen me, hopefully, play this a few times. And it's just amazing. 5-way switch. When you are in position 1 or position 5, you have full humbucker. When you are position 2 or position 4, you have the middle single coil on and then a pink coil. So it actually splits. I would rather have the pink coil by the neck and the pink coil by the bridge, which you can do, but I'm leaving it original. And of course the secret weapon on this is the tone knob. You pull it out and the guitar lights up with all the LED lights inside of it with the green. How cool, so still got that, or bought that. And the big $10,000 Ace Frehley, 1 out of 300, 1997 custom shop that I hate. It's the worst guitar I have, by sound anyway. Yeah, this is the real deal, no cheap knockoff bullcrap. So 1 of 300 of these guys. Of course they put the wrong pickups in. They're supposed to be super distortions, but no, you don't have them. That was DiMarzio screwing up, and Gibson screwing up, and Ace screwing up, saying, yeah, let him out there. But yeah, $10,000 piece of crap. It plays great, but they just screwed it up and it sounds like hell. But there it is, so it's just a collectible and with a tax write-off. Let's see if I can get past the 4-force amp. It's right here in my way, which is fine. Acoustics are hiding back here. There's my Ibanez, oh, what do they call it? Some kind of wood, exotic wood series. That's a kind of like a spalted ash. You got to go through a lot of these to find a great one, but once you do, amazing. And make sure it has, I think that's a B-band preamp on there, which is amazing. So you got to go through sending a lot of these back, because I always have a hump right here at the 12th fret that you can't get out of 9 out of 10 of these that you order. So you keep sending them back till you get a good one. But once you have a good one, you've got a great one. Okay, the next one is my Washburn, which you aren't going to see well. But anyway, it's the Forrest Lee model with the Fishman, but it's got a B-bender on there that comes stock on the guitar. Okay, amazing sounding and playing guitar, and the electronics sound amazing. Washburn is probably one of the most underrated companies in the world. Whenever anybody asks what kind of acoustic should they get, I always go to Washburn. It's got, God, hard to say it. See it here? It's got the whole Vine Tree of Life thing, just kind of like the Ibanez does here. It looks like that on the front, but I can't get back there, and I'm not going to get back there. Okay. Sorry, 4-force, you gotta move. I know I was using you a minute ago, but people want to see these things. What's next? Oh, the Martin GTE 16 whatever premium with the world's worst tuner on board, so you have to use an outboard tuner because those suck. Yeah, still great guitar. The top's been replaced twice because they just can't make a guitar right anymore. You know, Dad used to make them right, and his dad before him made them right, but whoever's making them now, they don't know what the hell they're doing. So I mean, that's, you know, in the neighborhood of, I think street price was like $1,700-1,800 on that back when I got it. And I actually bought that one new, but it's been a great guitar for me whenever it's got to keep it humidified all the time though, otherwise it's going to split in half, as do all the expensive guitars. Expensive guitars ain't made worth a shit. Now this Alvarez 12-string is the best 12-string I've ever had in my life. And it was electric in some form, and I reached down with some pliers and just yanked all the wiring out of it. But been the best 12-string I've ever had. I bought it for like $2.50 off of eBay, or $2.25. It's from like the 70s, and nope, not going to lift up here. Every other model of 12-string I've ever had, yeah, that bridge always lifts off and everything. But nope, Alvarez stays there, and that thing sounds sweet. Again, check out the review. Here's a piece of crap, but then again, this here's just a silver tone. It's called a Dark Star. Got Paul Stanley's picture on the front of it. Blah, blah, blah. I think it was a $99 guitar, brand new. But I did a blind test in here, putting that up against my Taylors and Martins and everything else you've heard in here, and everybody picked that plywood piece of crap without being able to see any of these guitars over all of them. It was the clear winner as far as sound goes with everybody. Okay, just to let you know, back here's another guitar that was given to me from some great friends. It's an old Ovation, a single volume knob on it. Again, I just simply can't get back there. So, know that it's still around. It was with the old collection, so if you want to watch that video, it's there. And I've got the review on it. Huge sounding bottom end. Okay, couple custom guitars, which have been here the whole time. My favorite, people say, what's your favorite guitar you have? This one, the Groovy guitar that Ibanez refused to make. Of course, the painted maple fretboard, actual real binding. Look at the binding on this. No, that's not painted on, that's real binding. 3 silver lace sensors, stop tailpiece, the pseudo thing going on there, blah blah blah. There's just so many great videos I have of this one. Again, no knobs. I got a 5-way switch and then another switch to add the treble pickup on whenever I want to, and then a kill switch that springs back into place. Had to be powder coated because nobody made a black one. But that's my favorite guitar of everything I own. It's not the one that will be buried with me, but it is my favorite guitar. There's just nothing like that guitar. Then another Anderson guitar, my 32 with real gold in the gold leaf up here. Cool guitar. Again, roller nut. Looking like a Ibanez Destroyer. Zebra stripe thing going on. Major 80s. It's got 5 pickups. Yes. 3 silver lace sensors. A couple of Duncan. Hot rail and a cool rail there. Switching system. Yes, I actually have knobs on this one. Volume, tone, and then 5 on and off switches. Okay, for each pickup. So you can have, you know, any combination of any of those 5 pickups. And the output jack is on the back of the guitar where it should be for a guitar that huge. Just beautiful. Okay, let's keep looking around. Here's an old 70s Washburn banjo I picked up. And as soon as I learn how to play this sumbitch, you guys will get a video. It sounds great. Again, Washburn and their acoustic instruments are amazing. This one is too, actually. Yeah, another Epiphone. I think it's like an MM50 with the Florentine design. Sounds great. I've got mandolin lessons. It's a fairly easy instrument to play if you're already a player. Then I've got my, oh, you can't see it because I've got it all strapped up ready to roll. My Regal resonator square neck dobro style thing. So no, you can't get anywhere near those frets because they're a good inch or inch and a half off the fretboard like it's supposed to be. So you cannot play this like a guitar. It's a fair sounding instrument. Down here we have my old, probably 70s again, Deckley single neck pedal steel. I just run it through this little Fender, what is this, a Frontman 25R. Just because it happens to be sitting there. Live, that's not what I would use, but for in here, that's what I use. And great pedal steel. And of course you can take off the pad and put the C6 neck on, but right now it's a E9 neck. I love playing the pedal steel, have been playing it for 25-30 years, something like that. One of my many Johnson J stations. I've never even done a review on these. Love them. I just sit here with this all night long with my headphones on or going directly into, yes, I like this over my computer stuff. The Tascam 2488, the old style. This is what I record everything and then burn it right to the disc right there. And there's that preamp, actually a Crappinger or Behringer that I use on the fiddle, just to boost that signal up. A whole bunch of extra Boss CS3 compressor limiters. I've got these things hoarded everywhere. Digitech stuff laying around. All these RP effects are great. You can get these for 20-30 bucks. Then I've got an RP 300 out there as my backup in the van. Yeah, I think I got this for like 20 bucks or something. And I used to play this directly into the PA, no amplifier. Sounds great. Why people would have 1,000 boutique or expensive pedals, I have no idea. I've went through all that. I personally can't stand it. Here's my Crappinger mixer that I use in here that I plug all my keyboards through, and then I run it through these cabinets up here to do all my acoustic guitars, or just to sing and play for you and do tracks and plug in whatever. That's what I'm always coming out of whenever you see me with a microphone or whatever. So it's just wires going up through the closet doors to try to hide it. And, I'll keep going around. I know that I always make these way too long and I talk too much, but such is life in Scottyland. God, I love this crappy old keyboard. There's not a better hunk of crap for a top keyboard. Yeah, it's a PSR 292, but it has all the crap on it that I require for all. It's got a great fiddle sound, great accordions, great strings, and it's a toy, but it ended up being my top keyboard, you know, for all the synth stuff. You want to do your Van Halen, you know, your jump stuff. It doesn't sound good unless you have an old Oberheim. I mean, you're not going to find a... It's amazing for this kind of money that you can get the sounds that it puts out. You know, horrible, horrible Casio sounding piano sounds, but all the other stuff is much better than the higher end stuff. So I still use this when I go play. I generally just use 2 keyboards, and honestly I forego the Kurzweil piano, which is nice and weighted and has an amazing piano sound, and just a few other sounds. You know, it's not a synth that's here for piano and another piano and another piano with a little bit of strings and then some harpsichord stuff and what have you. But yeah, it's meant to be a piano, so it sounds and feels like one. So I just needed it for, or wanted it to record with and get the best piano sound I could get. It does it. But I actually take, yes, this Casio along with me as my main board, because I like the way it performs better than this. It just works better in a live situation than this SP76 stage piano. And this, what is this thing? A WK3500. You got a damn floppy disk drive down here. But yeah, another, basically a toy, but this one surprised the holy crap out of me. And the sounds out of this thing are unreal. Why anybody would spend any more money on it, I know the keyboard players are laughing at me, but it's just one of those boards that just actually sounds stupidly amazing. And if somebody walks off with it, I could buy another one tomorrow for 150 bucks probably on Craigslist. It's just like amazing. So pardon me, that was my drum throne. Scott was not floating their biscuits. Crack my knees. There we go. The heart key, kickback 12 amp right here, bass amp, and you know, kind of a monitor wedge situation going on. And then my 3630 Alesis compressor gate there on top of it. This thing sounds great when you come out of the DI here, going into the Tascam recorder and then through the gate and compressor. Just the most phenomenal bass sounds you'll ever get. It just sounds great. This is getting ready to go back outside with the tons of PA gear that's out there. Just some old custom cabinet here to hold my Gene Simmons house slippers. I just ordered a Johnson JT50. It's the only Johnson amp I don't own. I bought it today, so it'll be taking this thing's place in here. I actually plug a bass into this thing every now and then, and it actually sounds amazing. As cheap and stupid as it seems, that cabinet, yeah, there's just something about it. If you just need a 110 and a horn cabinet, that's a great sounding casino gigging cabinet for bass players. I know you wouldn't think so, but I wouldn't have it if it was not capable of doing the job and doing it well. Here's the old DG20, again Casio, MIDI controller guitar thing, and I have it plugged into the Casio right now. Yeah, there's your headstock. So it's just a synth controller from way back in the 80s. Very goofy, doesn't track very well, but it's a lot of fun. Okay, so that's around. Let's see, where are we? Okay, hey, the Johnson 4-Force EM1 amplifier. You guys all know about this one already. Again, get you one of these things. So stupid low money, and again, thanks to them for giving me this as a product tester thing. I've got it out and hooked up, so I am using it. I recorded a couple videos with it last night, actually, so cool stuff. Keep going around here. My Morley PVO volume pedals. It's all I use for volume pedals. I don't use any control knobs on any of my guitars for any reason. It's always just the volume pedal there. It does not change your tone. And then I have the Morley George Lynch Dragon 2 wah, and of course another compressor, Boss CS3. Everything else on the ground are going to be J8 foot controllers and J12 foot controllers for all my Johnson amps. And you'll even see other little Johnson controllers like this and stuff, but that's for, here's a Johnson 250 with a 212 cabinet, so 250 watt amp. I've got a ton of these out in the garage, but the 412 cabinets with them. Here's the Johnson Marquee JM120, and again, like I said, the JM whatever 50 is going to be in here in a few days. Johnson Millennium, I love these more than life itself, the 150s. Here's my very first original one. So I just take the patches from my original one that I used for years and years and just run a MIDI cable into each and every one of these and automatically put the patches up. Again, I have all the patches for anybody who wants these, and it also will give you the patches for your J12 controllers. Don't buy one of these amps without one of these. You have no idea. I mean, you know, that's like buying a car with no wheels and keeping it that way. It really makes that much of a difference. It's the heart of the amplifier, it really is. What's this one? A Marquee JM60. And just, God, there's so many tuners and stuff around here. A couple of Korgs here, a bunch of them outside. The greatest tuner ever made, the Strobo tuner. Oh, there's another one up there, what do you know? On top of the Fender Concert 2 tube amp. Over here is my, God, the bass rig. And another Korg tuner on my Hartkey 3500 head. The Ashdown, got a couple of cabinets now of the 410s and tweeter things, so yeah, we're looking at a full stack here now for anybody who cares. But what a great rig. Okay, so if anybody wondering what all this is where you get your DVDs from. Okay, here at the bottom, those are all flash drives of 64 gigs getting ready to go out. These over here are more things. These are where you actually get all 11 of my Campfire series videos all put together, and I send those out. Here's more flash drives ready to go out. Up here there's a box of tons of hard drives ready to go out. Up in these there's more hard drives up in there ready to go out. I just ordered in 10,000 more of these DVDs. There's about 1,000 of them sitting in here right now, and the other 9,000 are in boxes out in the dining room, which I'm sure the wife loves, but she tolerates it. Boxes and boxes and boxes of flash drives waiting to go to you people. Okay, you're like, shut up and go back to guitars. Hey, okay, let's shut up and go back to guitars. You know me, folks. Oh, there's a vintage Morley. Look at that puppy. Again, taking you back to the 70s. Okay. Great. And I've got more Morleys down here with my guitar strap collection. Tons of them waiting down there. Tons of just money just laying around for no reason. No, I collect money. That's a hell of a job. Okay, anyway, so here's, God, I'm sorry, I'm just working with my power supply again. 1978, yes, the original Ibanez PS10, Paul Stanley model, first year, first month. Okay, note, just amazing. Always wanted them, and then I went overboard and got a whole bunch. So 1978. Okay, right next to it, 1979 PS10, autographed N95 up in Canada. Okay, so just know that all these are Ibanez PS10s, not Icemans. Nothing converted, all original and all kicking ass. Here is the Ibanez PS10 Limited. It has never been played, still has the plastic on everything, including the pickups. Never once, never played. Ever, ever, ever. Okay, that was made in 95. I wanted one I could play, so I bought another one. So here's another one. Ibanez PS10 Limited. Okay. And then here we have, let me see if I can think. Okay, this is the, oh yeah, the classic, the Ibanez PS10 Classic in 96. Okay, very hard one to locate. Paul bought all these up, and these, and you could only order them directly from him at one point. Then where all the rest went, who knows. So good luck finding this, the Classic. That's damn near impossible. Okay, and then they made these are all Japanese, except for one that I'll show you in a little bit. Here's the PS10 20th anniversary model, also known as the IC 1000BK, but you get up here and it still just says PS10. Okay, so there were 511 of these made. 211 actually came to the United States for anybody that wants the real lowdown on these. And right here where it says 20th anniversary, that's marking the 20th anniversary of KISS. So, not of anything else, but stamped into the fretboard at the 22nd fret will be a number out of 211 that came to the US. So there's number 202. All the rest of them were European ones, which is what this one back here is. It's another 20th anniversary edition, but it simply says limited reissue. But it's exactly the same guitar, it's just what they called all the other ones. But the ones sent to the United States, they called it the 20th anniversary just for KISS. But for the rest of the world, apparently they didn't care about KISS as much as people in the USA. And they just called it the limited reissue. So there's 300 of these. Okay, still the same guitar. Exactly. But that one just has the number there out of 211. And then the other 300 were this. But this one has been redone, as you can see, as the cracked mirror version. Otherwise it's all original. So it is done by Kamen, K-A-M-N, with all the mirror stuff and hollowed out the top just the way they actually do it. Okay, so it was done on that guitar, so I have both of those. So two versions of the same guitar. Still again, Japan. The only one PS10 ever made anywhere else was the PS-10-2, made in Korea, South Korea of course. Right there. Just stripped down as far as fancy stuff goes. You got a plain old 2-pneumatic system going on, blah blah blah. You see all this ebony fingerboards everywhere, then all of a sudden, oops, rosewood. Okay, so that's the one. You know, all the others had the really cool tuners here, except for this. So it was just a scaled down version that they put out for a couple years, 95, 96. Okay, let's keep on going. Now we're getting into actual Icemans. This here's so hard to find, so few of these made. This is the IC300, not to be confused with the IC300s that you all are familiar with, because they were only offered in this Carina finish. It's not Carina wood like anybody thinks. It just looks like Carina. It's a Carina finish. So the 1978 IC300, rare as hen's teeth, the Super 80s, flying fingers, people like to call them pickups, damn near mint, just one of the coolest guitars ever made. So I picked that up. This here's my, well, I can't say my original because I had so many of these back in the day. But here is, right behind it, another 78. This is the IC100 BK. So this is actually the bolt-on model, but it's still kills pretty much any guitar that comes out these days. It's just, yeah, they made them right back then. Yeah, they haven't made an Iceman of any quality since all this stuff, so. And then, as far as Icemans go, I'll show you a couple more. Here's the, yes, Steve Miller. Yes, real autograph, and very rarely will he do that whole leafy thing, but I got lucky. So this is the 78 IC210 with the triple coil pickup, which is amazing via this rotary pickup selector, which gets tons of great sounds. Just check out my review on it. Great antique violin sunburst is what they call it. I know you guys are creaming over this. It's so cool to have these. It really is. That is an amazing, amazing, amazing guitar right there. I never would have thought until I got it. And as far as Icemans and all that stuff go, I've only got one more here at the moment. I want them all, of course. But there was the 82, this one, the IC50, no binding, none of that stuff. So it's just blue, no binding, just stripped down model. It's really metallic and pretty. Metallic meaning in the paint, it's metallic. They also made these in black, the IC50. Cool axes. Okay, here's my Taylor, very expensive axe. It's a 914 CE. It's just the best of everything that Taylor has ever offered on one guitar. Engelmann spruce top. You've got the Cocobolo. Let me see if I can get around. Well, you can see it on the side. Cocobolo and the sapwood here. And it's like that on the back too. As is, the strap is made out of Cocobolo and the sapwood. Actually made out of wood. Look at this maple binding. Fun. That's just stupid crazy how the quality is on this guitar as I bang the shit out of it. I don't know if you can see the back, and I don't know how much more I'm going to bang it around to try to do this for you, but it's in the review. But it's got all the sapwood and the everything else on the back, so it's an ebony fingerboard, ebony tuners. Yes, ebony tuner buttons, ebony bridge. Nope, no rosewood crap there. Ebony everywhere. Just stupidly expensive and blah blah blah, but if you're gonna get a Taylor, get a good one. Okay, my newly favorite acoustic guitar of all time, this one. God, can I get it out? Sorry for the camera work. The guitar is off the stand and it's got to come out, so bear with me, and there will be no editing as always. This thing. Yep, the Rain Song. Okay, this was called their Black Ice version, and I opted for the N1 neck, not the new N2 neck. This one does not have no truss rod, doesn't need any. There's no bracing in here at all on the top, so it totally rings free. Nothing has to be braced. It weighs nothing. The sound of this thing is just stupid. It honestly, honest to God, if I believed in him, it sustains like 3 times longer than any acoustic guitar I've ever heard in my life. It is just stupidly amazing. For anybody who thinks ill of Rain Song guitars, you are out of your flippin' mind. Hang on a second and look around while I put it away, because I just seriously don't want to bang the thing up. So you guys wait. As I bang other things, but hey, some things are meant to be banged. She bangs, she bangs. Okay, let's see what else is of interest around here. Hey, probably all these. Okay, yeah, just still going through an overly long video like I always do. Crappy amps. Hey, First Act. Some other Fender something 15 and a Marshall piece of crap. Again, for the grandkids, as soon as they get old enough to not tear them up. Okay, and the guitar that people over at the, what's that bass guitar forum site, Talk Bass, boy, they sure got up their ass up in an uproar when I bought this. This is the Kerbo. God rest his soul. It's a Petite 33. Yeah, 33 frets. Yes, I gave 10 grand for it, and they're like, man, why would he even bother to say that kind of price? He's just trying to show off, but he got ripped off on that price. You don't know the history of this bass, but I won't share it with them. So sometimes, you know, if you have the the Strat that Hendrix played at Woodstock, you know, it sells for a little more than what they normally go for. So yes, there's a very groovy history on this that people just don't get. So that's why it cost 10 grand instead of the normal 2.5 to 3 grand that it originally would cost you. But what a phenomenal bass. Again, Kerbo, not the stuff that Court put out. This is the real deals. Okay, so amazing active bass. Again, check out the stuff, the reviews. I'll go on the back line, just because it's hard to get in here. And so a Court Punisher bass, no longer made. Okay, so just the typical Court Punisher that goes for, I don't know, $500 and some dollars, but they are discontinued. Here's another Punisher bass. These are the ones made in who knows where. Nobody can answer me for sure. These were made by who knows, but these were the ones that were sold through Spencer Gifts. There's my Kiss Boys and a drawing back here that is a pencil drawing. So cool. But yeah, autographed here. The Axe guitars from Kramer back in 80, 81. Right here. Yes, the signatures are underneath the urethane finish. Single humbucker, Kramer, aluminum neck, blah blah blah. 25 of these in the world. And I've got 2 2.5. I've got another one of these on the way too. Here's another one. What's this one? This is number 17. So there's a number 15 out there, which was the first. I'm sorry, number 14 out there, which was the first guitar ever made. They did the first 13 as basses only. I've got a running list on the numbers on these, but again, 25 guitars were made, and 175 basses. And then Gene and Kramer parted ways. They were supposed to do at least 1,000 of these, but of course they got in a hissy fit before everything happened. Here's the Kramer Axe bass. Again, I've got reviews where you can actually see these, but as you can tell, I'm just tearing my shit up by trying to show them to you this way. But it's all I can do for the moment, kids. And yes, again, where's Gene's autograph? There he is. Again, under the finish. If you ever find an autograph above the finish, it's fake. So just know what to look for. The rest are axes on the back. Then we'll come out here to the front. This here's just the Cort Axe bass. Again, discontinued. We've all seen these for $479. Here's the Spencer Gifts Axe bass. Generally $3,500 for those. Again, who knows who made them. People are saying possibly Cort. Some are saying Fernandez. Nobody has proof of any of it though. So nobody knows until somebody shows. Then I have 3 6-string versions of this Cort guitars. Again, this one I actually hacked up. Put 3 silver lace center pickups, made a Strat out of it, put a roller bridge on it, put a P-bass cover on there so it looks like everything else. I don't know why they didn't do it with the guitars, but then I put a set of Strat controls in there and a 5-way switch instead of the original thing. So I did a great job on there actually, despite what anybody else says by the way I do my woodworking. It's just the fact that I actually sit down and do all the work in my lap instead of on a workbench. But me making that into what it is and converting it is online if you want to see it. Here's the way they come. 3-way toggle switch instead of the 5-way, and then master volume, master tone, mighty might pickups, which sound great. I had this guitar in a blind test here with a Les Paul Standard and all kinds of high-end guitars. This guitar beat them all by a mile. Everybody picked this as being, they thought this was the Les Paul, but it is by far better sounding than all the high-end guitars I have. As far as a humbucking guitar, this is the best sounding humbucker, a quick guitar I have. You mean better than all those? Yeah, it sounds way better. So, and here's one of 50 of the same guitar again, but with the EMG 81s and 85s in it. Here's another custom guitar. Acrylic I had made. It's the Groovy, you can't see it, but I was going to say guitar-ded caster. Okay, Levi Cameron made this for me, and amazing stuff that this boy could do. I got my lace sensors again. I've got on and off switches. I do have a volume and a tone on this one though. Weight relieved with the cool spider web design going on. Just amazing custom guitar. What can I say? My pink Paisley Strat that I played for 25 years on the road, as you can tell by the fretboard, is still here. That one's going to be buried with me. So that's the only guitar that's going underground. Well, it's not going underground, it's actually going to be burnt with me to a crisp when I get cremated. So that's my baby, even though I like the white one better because it's just a better guitar. But history, you know, and if guitars could talk. Okay, 2 of my exceptionally favorite guitars too are these Brian Eastwood models. Brian just wrote me today. I gotta write him back here on YouTube. Again from over in the UK. Here's the Bent Marvel one. made for the Fulco family back when they were doing an animated series. Bubblegum pink, no gloss, so that it would actually look bubblegum. So it's a matte finish actually, no matter what those lights say on the finish. It's actually more like this. So it looks like bubblegum big time. Amazing flipping guitars, fan frets. Here's one of 49, I think, or 43 Distortocasters. You've seen me play these in some videos. You've seen some cool stuff, but like I said, Brian Eastwood commented on this guitar on one of my most recent videos of me playing over at the State Line Casino here in Nevada. You know, just simply wrote, "Cool guitar," a little smiley face. It's cool of him to do that, so I have to respond back to Brian. And I've wanted these guitars forever. Got them. Thank you. One of my favorite basses ever made, the G3, the Gibson Grabber G3. It's just simply a unique sounding bass. The tribute they did on this sucks. These are fabulous Bill Lawrence pickups. These pickups were used in the Gibson S1 guitars also. So they use the exact same pickups for the guitar as they did the bass. I'm still trying to find a cover for this. I had one of these before. I should have never let go, and then I sold it during the sale. Got me another one back. I've been getting back my favorites. So little by little, I know what I want, and now that I don't have to collect guitars, I know what I want. So I don't have to go chasing stupid stuff just to write it off. But anyway, I've got a couple cases of these pickups that have never been used, new old stock from Gibson. So I can have some custom guitars made with tons of these pickups I have. So that'll be fun. The Hannon Pink PRS USA 305 Superior guitar. Paul Reed Smith himself ain't too bright. He's one of those people that actually still believes in tone woods, but some bitch can make a guitar, holy shit. Probably the best guitars consistently on the market, but I still like the SE stuff from Korea better than I do the USA stuff. And the SE EG from Korea, that was the first guitar to be put out and then discontinued the same year. He could be making a fortune now if he'd bring those back. I think I've made them quite popular with as many people have went out and bought them now. Prices are going up now, probably because of my strong suggestions on the SE EGs. So buy the Korean made ones. I like them much better than these, but you know, I'm not going to kick this one out of bed. Well, I might. There's more room on the floor. But superior guitars, they really are. For people who say they have no soul or whatever, just plain retarded people. I mean retarded, no, I mean retarded, as in dumber than a fucking stump. Okay, these are cool. This one I got at such a deal, if you remember. This is the Fender, I think 2007. It's the Stratocaster VG. Very good virtual guitar stuff. So it's got batteries and junk in there, but it'll do strats and tellies and humbuckers and every kind of weird open tunings, detunings, 12 strings, acoustic guitars, nylon guitars, dobros, everything via all these knobs and LED things going on. It's cool axe. I'm glad I got it. Baritones, so you don't actually have to get some long ass guitar. You can just go right to a baritone, flick of a switch. And convincing as all hell. So why grab another axe when you can have every axe in the world in one guitar? I don't know. Just other than they look cool in your room like this. Okay, probably, God, there's so many of my favorites still here. This one I did not sell. Custom Shop. Lace sensors. Fabulous. That's all you can say about this thing. Again, after the Strat Deluxe Plus, they have a new Deluxe Plus out that is nothing like this, which shouldn't even be allowed to be called that. Yes, the infamous roller nut. God, you can't buy a much better Strat than that, unless it had a maple fingerboard maybe, but that's my personal preference. But Holy crap, that's great. Here's the Mexican one that I bought back. Can you see the sparkles in this thing? Flip-flop, blue to green. I think this is the last electric in here. Matching headstock. This is made in Mexico. It's just a fabulous guitar. Again, the Mexican guitars are every bit as good as the American ones, and I still like the Japanese ones probably most of all from Fender. But this was such a monster guitar, I had to get another one, which is hard to do. Again, it was one of their very first of the special edition. I think they call them FSR stuff now, but it just says special edition on the back of the headstock. Again, mint. What else can I show you? Anything? I think that's about it. So that's what's here. I had some of my axes, the old Kramer ones, fall off the walls due to these hangers. So, as you can see from this one here, yeah, one of my Gene Simmons axe guitars fell off that thing 3 times. No problem with it. It never did anything wrong to the guitar, not even a single chip, not a dent on this lovely 80-year-old shag carpeting. But yeah, so I took all the axes and stuff down from here because these things just won't stay in the damn wall no matter how many studs I hit, no matter how many anchors I put behind them, blah blah blah. So these are, in case you ever wonder, DVD duplicators. So when you do order lessons, I just stick one in the top, make copies all the way down. There's more under here. Excuse me. Down here's more of them. There's some in the kitchen. They're everywhere. I've always got humidifiers. Somebody was asking me about humidifiers. For my hot one, I use this Sunbeam to add the heat in the room that I need, and it really puts out the steam. So it's like a sauna in here. And then I just use this cheap thing, 3 of these, as the cold air ones. They're saying like, what ones do I need? So there's the answer. If anybody watches this video that far, just little small humidifiers. So those are what I use. Okay, so 3 of these. Wally World, since that's the only store here in town. Again, Wally World here. Little bitty things. Got to change water on them like twice a day. I've got them off now just to whatever. I've got the hygrometer here. Is it happy? It's comfortable at 46% humidity and 69 degrees, folks. But just keep an eye on this all day long. So if you ever see that back there and wonder what it is, that's when I turn things on and off as far as humidifiers go. Okay, and again, very small room. No, it's not in my basement, as every little jealous kid out there thinks. Oh, Scott lives at home in his basement. No, I've got a lovely life, a lovely wife, a beautiful thing with good friends here on YouTube and in my real life. As you have seen lately, I do have a real life out here. I just don't talk about it that much. And I do get out and do things. So I'm not a recluse that much. Oh, hey, here's an old art. Somebody actually gave me this. It was here on YouTube. Somebody said, hey, you want this? I'll send it to you. I said, okay. Just an old 80s or 90s processor. Dual cassette decks. Yep, so I can still turn them into DVDs and just run them right up into here and make DVDs of people's cassettes. Here's my light up guitar straps. Cans of money again, in case you guys want to know where to come in and get it. So these are the guitars I have obtained and kept or whatever since the sale. People are like, where's all the guitars? You know, we need an update. So that's it for right now. So hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, another long ass video, but what would you expect? Again, you can see all these very easily on my website, groovymusiclessons.com. They're all arranged by brand name. All my old guitars, all the reviews of them that I sold, are all still on there too, as well. So you can find everything easy. You can find the Ibanez. Just go to Ibanez on my website and look at 40 Ibanez videos. they're not all these. They would be all, you know, of course all these are on here, but the old Road Stars and all the cool stuff and the old PV stuff that was so great. That last collection was amazing. Phenomenal. But ain't nothing wrong with this collection either. It's very Kiss oriented and meant to wait for most of these people to die so I could cash in on their deaths. Okay, so that's basically everything in a nutshell. I can't think of anything else. I covered the humidifiers people want to see. Showed you where all the junk is. There's actually a bunch of, now there's stacks here of, sorry, get this out of the way, these particular VHS tapes, which I have not transferred onto YouTube yet. And these are the old tapes that I promised you guys of me playing with all the famous folks and doing all that kind of stuff. I've got them back. And they're just right here waiting for me to get about doing it and see what I'm legally allowed to show and what is copywritten, that stuff. And half the people are dead, but they still have copyrights. So we'll see what I can show and put these on there. So yeah, I talked to you a long time ago if you've been hanging around with me about going back to Indiana and getting those videos back, and I've got them. So everybody who don't believe I've done anything I've said I've done, there's my proof. It's just a matter of how much I'm allowed to show it, or if I can show it and turn off the audio, or what. I just have to find out the legalities of it. So that's it, kids. That's the little room again. So the update on where the collection stands at the moment, and it's gonna pretty much stay like this. I've actually bid on a few more guitars tonight, so you know I'm not gonna stop, but I don't have to buy them anymore. So hope you enjoyed the look around, and we'll do this again sometime. Okay, you guys be groovy and play in tune. Most of all, hell, just be happy. Whatever you play. God, it's amazing some of these guitars that come out today for, you know, $100 or whatever can smoke all these vintage guitars. It's you guys have it great that are growing up today, that you can buy guitars and know that they will smoke a $10,000 Les Paul. Biggest piece of crap I've ever owned right there. And again, no, not because it's a Les Paul. I've had plenty of Les Pauls that I've loved. I like other Marauders better than this one, but it's a particular one I had to have. But God, I can't say enough good things about that or that. You know, so everybody's like, I know you hate Gibson and everything. It's like, no, I hate things about Gibson as far as the company goes. There's models of every guitar that I hate. You know, not everybody makes every guitar great. You know, it's like anybody. Paul Reed Smith makes some shit guitars, they make some great guitars. Fender makes crap, they make great stuff. Some of the Squier stuff, classic vibe stuff, you guys have those now. Those can easily smoke the American stuff. Just pick a right one, you know, play about 10 and pick one, get the right one, and you're going to end up with a great guitar, you know, no matter what country it's made in. You guys just have it so nice. So don't do any of that, man, I envy you bullshit. This stuff, again, was bought because I had to, for more than anything. So don't be envious of anything. I have it all. Just as long as you have one guitar that makes you happy, as long as you're playing guitar, that's all that matters. You know, everything else is a bonus in life. You know, every day above ground's a good day. So again, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. That means don't be jealous of other people's shit. Yeah, there's some cool stuff here, and it's, you know, fun to have, but I don't do anything but look at it. It's just here, and then I play that guitar when I go out, or I play my Eastwood guitars. I love taking those out just because it's cool to do with the flashing things. Or I'll play all my custom made things Anything that's been custom made is of course great. And then that one Explorer back there with the 3, with the Army thing on it, that one I'll take out too. But that's about it as far as something I will actually play on stage. Oh, and then the Beaner caster, the green one. That was just too cool to touch. So, but I bought this one so I could actually go take it out and play, because I want to play it. And then those, oh, the other one, yeah, the James Burton Telly with the paisley all over it. Amazing live guitar. One of my favorites too. So, anyway, I shall shut up and get out of here. You guys, it's always great. Thanks for listening to me yap. And I'll talk to you again very soon. Alright? Talk to you later. I said that. Okay, talk to you later. Later. Talk to you later. Oh, I know what you're waiting for. Shit. My bad. Hi. How you doing? You just want to see me again. That's it. Let me try this. Get my eyebrows all pretty. Okay. There we go. Oh, man. Murphy. Okay. How's that? You want my face? There. How's that? You like that one? I don't think I've showed that yet. Oh, where's my I gotta do my Chapper's pick toss. Now let's get a few. So, picks. So, Groovy out. Bye. Hey, turn off!